Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. It's Brother Isaiah with the Pittsburgh GMS camp, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash. Lord, when this lesson is edifying. Got a clip. All right.
Let's go back to 10,000 BCE. Anatolian farmer.
Do you see the smug look on this devil's face? You see the way he's smiling.
Here's the modern district.
He really thinks that he can rely on the witchcraft that he's pushed. Okay? The witchcraft that Esau's pushed through his lies. Okay?
The Anatolian farmer DNA is coming from Anatolia here, but it was also
DNA. You know, the scriptures tell us not to be, and I'm not going to grab it. I'm just going to quote it. The scriptures tell us not to be swayed by science, falsely so-called. Okay? This so-called DNA. Okay? People want you to say, this is how you will know where you are from. Well, no, that's not the case. You know, the scriptures tell us that we have to let the wheat and the tares grow together. Okay? You have to let the wheat and the tares grow together, unless you pull up the wheat also with the tares. If you understand what that means, is that, hey, you can't go around, there's not going to be some indicator, you know, where you can just go and just say, yeah, this is Israel, these are the Israelites. Because if it was like that, then it would be easy for Esau to just wipe the Israelites out. All he would need is a sample of your blood, which he's obsessed with your blood. If you ever go to the hospital, okay, they take they take a ton of blood samples from you. Okay, it seems like they come get them every 45 to an hour. And every hour they're coming to get your blood, just to quote unquote check on you. Okay, so if it was as simple as that, he would know who the Israelites are. You know, but hey, these devils are gonna, you know, this smug devil's gonna rely on the witchcraft of his forefathers. Anthropological evidence and genetic research. You know, a lot of let's get this. Anthropology. I don't know if this is how you. The systematic study of humanity with the goal of understanding our evolution. Come on, man. It all goes back to this witchcraft. Evolutionary origins. Our distinctiveness as a species. You see? This is what anthropology gets you. All right? Humans. Chimpanzees. Orangutans. And you see? Anthropology teaches you that we evolved from monkeys. You see? That's not how it works. Human societies, government, social structures, four major fields of archaeology. Look, anthropology includes archaeology, bioanthropology, linguistic anthropology. Okay, so now when you go into archaeology, there's a lot of faulty sciences out there for archaeology. Okay. Let's go into archaeology, the study of human history and prehistory through the excavation of sites and the analysis of artifacts and other physical remains. So people think just because they found these remains, okay, that they're able to know exactly what happened. Now, in some cases, you can understand what happened in the past, but there's other ways that archaeology can lead to a misunderstanding of things. For example, let's type this in. Okay. What can I put so I can try to get this mic just right? Let's put faulty carbon dating results. I'm gonna even type in living creature. I think they note that carbon dating won't tell you how old someone is. That is, how many years they've been alive, but it will tell you how long they have been isolated from exchanging carbon with the biosphere. Since they are still alive and breathing, the result should be 0. Now, you can carbon date a living creature. Now, there was actually a whatchamacallit. There was a let me make sure. And this is the importance when you read this right here. Doesn't carbon-14 dating disprove the Bible? See, when you read this, let's open this up. When you read this, you understand that these sciences, and I'll get that scripture now. First Timothy 6:19 says, "O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science, falsely so called, which some professing have erred concerning the faith. Grace be with thee." Amen. So, people such as this Edomite is using science to try to, and not even just him, a lot of these theories, Big Bang, such things like this, rely on these scientific methods of dating how old something is to prove what they believe. Now, there's this dude. I don't want to go too deep into him. I think his name is Kent Hovind. This guy. Now, of course, he doesn't know what the scriptures, he's not on no deep level as far as the scriptures go. There's a lot of things we would say to him that I'm pretty sure he wouldn't believe. But when you go into the science, he taught science or biology or whatever for years, and he believes in the creation theory, which is, a biblical thing. He might be a Jake. I don't know. Now, when you go into some of his videos, okay, he disproves a lot of these scientific methods, or he shows how a lot of these scientific methods are wrong. Okay, and you could, if you want a 44, if you want to watch it, okay, that's up to you. If it's on your spirit, it's all right, whatever. This is something that I was into before I knew I was an Israelite, before I came in the truth. But it doesn't mean that it's false. He shows examples, okay, of why a lot of I don't know, this is what's in here or whatever, but he shows examples of why a lot of these scientific methods. I'm gonna type this right. Because you see these people, and this is a whole. Okay, yeah, I'll probably click on this. Now you see these people, okay, like this Edomite being so smug and insecure, to have this look on his face of, here, I got it all figured out. Okay, no, you don't got it figured out, bro. You relying on something that's, these sciences that are faulty, that are faulty. And I'll play some of this, and then I'll get back to the topic. Salakia.
First invented in 1947 to 53. Willard Libby invented it at the University of Chicago, got a Nobel Prize for it, and then went to Stanford. In 1949, the lower leg of a mammoth, carbonated 15,000 years old, but the skin was 21,000 from this.
See, the lower leg of a Fairbanks Greek mammoth had a radiocarbon age of 15,380, while its skin and flesh were 21,300. You see what I'm saying? So he just has these little examples where he proves, and you can watch more of this. I ain't gonna play the whole thing. All right, but nevertheless, he just disproved right here he just proved that these radiocarbon testings are faulty, man. That's why the scriptures tell you to avoid profane. Okay, 1 Timothy 6:19. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings and oppositions of science, falsely so called. So there will be oppositions, and this is what this guy's presenting. I want to go into that real quick. I'm gonna let it play.
And you just go on dogma, the internet, then you can claim that anybody at all times was black.
Do you see this? Hey man, you a saltless devil, but you got the nerve to be proud, and you smiling and you smug. At the end of the day, we're not going off of dogma, bro. We're going off of what the Bible says. This is gonna be the third lesson I did on the skin color of the Israelites, on the skin color of Yahushua, okay? But at the end of the day, man, he was a so-called black man, and that's according to the Bible, and there are scriptures on it, okay? But see, you don't believe in the Bible, okay? You think you do, but when it comes to certain scriptures, you're seared with a hot iron. You can't receive that the Israelites were so-called black people. You want to go back to science. Well, there's this DNA, and there's the region they were living in, and get your bitch ass on, right?
White people in history were black. Arab people and Persian people were black. The Neo-Assyrians were black. The Hittites were black. But they weren't. Nazarene was Galilean and spoke Aramaic.
Look at this. Nazarene was Galilean and spoke Aramaic. So the modern day people that speak Aramaic look like this. And this is your basis? Okay? Come on, man. Esau took over the land that was not his. Okay, the daughter of the Chaldeans. Look at that. Call all Yabashim Yoshai. Habakkuk 2 and 1. No, Salaki. 2 and 4. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. You see? So this devil's soul is even this low-level Edomite. His soul's lifted up in him. He's proud. Verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgresses by wine by his philosophies. Okay, and some of the stuff I was just talking about are his philosophies. Manifest destiny, evolution, radiocarbon dating, these different things, okay? He believed that, just because he's got the power to do it, he can take away everything from you. He can take everything from you. Let's continue, man. Right? He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take a parable? I don't really want to lead that. I'm trying to, there's another one too. I might have to go back, right? Because I like reading Habakkuk 1. Okay. I'll read this. Habakkuk 1 and 6 says, For lo, I raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation, which shall march through the breadth of the land to possess the dwelling places that are not theirs. And Esau Edom is known as the daughter of the Chaldeans. I'm going to get this one. Micah 2 and 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. And this is what happens to the inhabitants of many of these lands. It's like, all right, the inhabitants of many of these lands were taken. Their lands were taken away from them. All right, and they were inhabited. Okay, by Edomites, man. Okay, when you look at I don't know if this is the way to type it in. When you look into the sons of Jovan, I don't think there's no images on it. No, ain't nothing on it. But when you really go into it, the original Greeks were a dark-skinned people. The original Greeks were a dark-skinned people, and Paul speaks about this in Second Timothy, not Second Timothy, Salaki, and let's get it. 2 Thessalonians 2. All right, 2 Thessalonians 2 And 3, let no man deceive you. Now the point is all the way down in 7. I'll probably skip around. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. See, what's being revealed is that Esau, the so-called white man, is wicked. Okay, he's the man of sin. Okay, he's called the border of wickedness for a reason. And it's not just one man, where you got this idea, Christians got this idea that there's this guy who's called the beast, okay, in the scriptures, and he's just one dude. No, that's not how it is. It's a whole nation of wicked people, okay, the Edomites, right? Okay, verse 4, it says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he as God sit in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. One of the ways he does this is by coming up with other philosophies, other ways of saying this is what actually happened. Okay, he esteems himself to be smarter than the Most High, right? Isaiah 29 says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. Right. So the things have been flipped upside down. Things have been flipped upside down on their head backwards. Right now you turn to me. You know that little song. Upside down. Anyway, Salakia. So Esau has turned things upside down. Okay. And it's being esteemed as the potter's clay, meaning it's being esteemed as the God honest truth, for lack of a better way of saying it. People are accepting what he says as gospel, so to speak. Like you have this Edomite here. Oh, yeah, the region, the DNA, the landmass, the people who speak the language today. All these things point to believing our lie. No, bro. All right. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? And that's exactly what Esau does. It's like I said, this is one of the ways he establishes himself as a god. Okay, he comes up with a new way of explaining how life came to be how it is. And he says this is the only way that's acceptable. Right? So let's play some more of this.
Here's a person who speaks Aramaic. Does this person look sub-Saharan African?
Even listen to what he's saying. Sub-Saharan African. We're not sub-Saharan African. We're Israelites. You see?
His lineage, including the Amenhoteps and then Akhenaten,
And we are not Egyptians.
make up most of America's African American population. The Egyptian people are related to the people who ruled Egypt. There are also some European rulers.
You see this? Tutankhamun belonged to haplogroup Y-DNA R1. It all goes back to this science falsely so-called, man.
But that's
And that's what he's relying on.
icons that Putin is revealing would be more accurate if they were all portraying.
You see? You see? Do you see? They can't accept it. You see the smugness of these devils? They'll never accept the truth. Well, they will. When the boot's up their ass, they'll accept it.
Wouldn't let me excited that this is a good time for him to open one of the oldest boats that has been holding on for so many years. Now, if you ask me where did he get the boat, I don't know. Why did he have it? I have no idea. But what I'm gonna say is this: it's one of the oldest boats that holds basically some of like the most important, art as far as portraying to religion and who Jesus was and how Jesus would like. So he decided that this is a good time to open it. Let me tell you why this is going to prop up some feathers, especially in the religious community and in the Christianity community. I'm trying to tell people that their Jesus was not. You're trying to tell a group of people who truly believe that Jesus was white. For those who doesn't understand how religions have played into specifically Christianity Christianity have fled into colonization and have made it possible and created access for colonizers to go to other countries and conquer.
Oh yeah, like that one video of that Edomite slapping that whether he was a Hamite or whatever he was, Jake Hamite, I don't know. As patient as he was being, he might have been Jake, because Jake just be basically damn near simping for Esau. That old raggedy ass Edomite was slapping the shit out of him. I'm Jesus, bitch, and he just slapped his ass. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That shit. Hey, this would disprove that. Okay, this would remove that ability. That this man. Come on, man. This deceit that you have cast upon the whole nation. Okay, and spiritually we understand that, when you look in the book of Revelation, I believe is it 20? Revelation 21, and I saw an angel come out down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. See, people think this is talking about the spiritual demon Satan. No, my friend. This is talking about a nation of people. Esau, Eden. He is the serpent in the garden. He is the devil, the deceiver. Okay, and Satan. And he was bound for 1,000 years in the European region. The reason that there are icons that look like so-called black people over there hidden in a vault is because so-called black people ruled in Europe for 1,000+ years. This is why you have these different things alluding to how much hatred that certain people have. Like, look at the Dutch customs where they do blackface. Okay, I think they talk about Sinterklaas. Then they got the Krampus. All these things go back to a dark colored figure coming to wreak havoc upon them, because that happened. So-called black people put their ass in captivity for 1,000 years. Even my phone had to agree on that, right? And then they were released. Verse 3 says, and cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loosed a little season. And so he's currently loosed right now. During the time of the Renaissance, he was loose, and now he's deceiving the world again by making you once again think that he is somebody who he really ain't. And let's go back to 2 Thessalonians, because there's more that I want to read. Verse 5, remember ye not, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 5, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. The mystery of iniquity doth already work. So even at this time, okay, there was different things going on where this devil was hiding his identity. For example, Herod. Okay, well, Herod, his mother was a Jew, but his father was an Edomite. All right, well, this is one of the ways that they began to hide their true nationality, so to speak. Okay, why do you think so-called Jews? Well, shit, that word is that's a buzzword. Why do you think the 48ers, man, the small hatters, convert based off of their mothers, or they go their lineage through their mothers? Or it goes back to converts, man. Converts, they had to find a way in. Okay, that's what it goes back to. But it don't go through your mom; it goes through your father. So even at this time, like I said, the original inhabitants of the land of Greece. Even he says what, or it'd be more accurate if it showed Romans. Well, who were the original Greeks and Romans? They were a darker skinned race of people, man. You see? A dark skinned race of people. So anyway, I'm gonna let her finish and then that'll be it.
For those that don't know, Jesus was black or hey. I mean, I just have, because in the Bible we literally describe him as a brown person because, our type of hair was like a woman posted hair. So, white Christian is about to be upset. We don't need that.
Oh yeah.
Determine your salvation. Absolutely not. When it comes to salvation, in the spirit, flesh does not matter.
It does go back to your nationality, but not your skin color.
Also, it doesn't matter what Christ's skin color was.
That's a good point. That was what I wanted to. That's what was in my mind when I saw the clip. If it doesn't matter, why hide it? Call along you lie, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Dash. Double honor to the apostles, elders, of great millstone, peace, blessing, salutations, hopefully elect. Shalom, about ball, shalom. Devil is hurt, but keep hurting, devil. The truth must be revealed.